Hello everyone, welcome to McFizzle's Hardcore Survival World Season 5 Between the Streams 17 and 18. We're nearly up to that episode 20 where we can start getting diamond armor. So I'm heading back to my base. I got lost. I couldn't find the tropical fish. So I just thought I sort of had an idea where I sort of have an idea where my home base is. So I thought I'd go back there, empty out my inventory and stuff. And what do you know? I picked up an achievement on the way home, a trophy, because I killed and ate a rabbit. So I got the rabbit season achievement or trophy, which was a bonus. I couldn't believe it. I actually got a couple of achievements in this between the streams, especially in this first chunk. So I'm heading back to the base. Getting close now. You can see I'm finding this my pathway here. So I'm just coming from the coral reef, and I found some bubble coral, and I found some sea lanterns, and I found some brain coral, and some seagrass, and some kelp. So I can pretty much finish my my floor aquarium as based on the Vexelville design on Instagram, and he's on YouTube as well. He tends to do big houses and stuff on YouTube. So hopefully I'll get around to doing those too. So they look really fun. So because I couldn't find any, couldn't find the coral reef, I didn't get any fish. So I have to go back out there later. But before I do that, I thought I'd do some, some of my chores, get some XP, kill some mobs, and get some more XP, and then head back out. So I think when I was putting the coral down, I accidentally put it in the wrong spot and then dug it up with a non-silk touch pickaxe. So I have to get another piece of brain coral, which is the pink sort of, it sort of looks, I sort of imagine it looks like a brain. And then I need to get a couple of tropical fish. So on the Vexelville design, it just says tropical fish. So I spend a bit of time here looking for tropical fish. But I think all of the fish have names now. So I guess I'm a marine biologist now because I got that trophy for taking the fish out of the water, I guess, in a bucket. So that was the second trophy of the chunk. Pretty awesome. So yeah, you can see each, if you're very quick, you can see that each fish has its own name. So I spend a bit of time trying to find one that's just called tropical fish, but I don't think there is one called tropical fish anymore, which is fine. So I ended up picking a couple of fish that I just like the look of. I can't even remember what they were. I think one of them is a green one. I'm sure if you pause it you can figure out what they are. So yeah, I was pretty stoked when I found all this stuff. The only problem that I've discovered is that for my lantern on the table of the waiting room, I need dark prismarine bricks, or I don't know, it's dark prismarine blocks, a dark prismarine slab, which is, you can only get that I think in ocean monuments. So I thought I could get away with not doing it at ocean monuments, but looks like I'm going to have to eventually. But also you need a I don't know if it's called an end lantern or an end rod, but it's one of those. It sort of lights up. I need them for my enchantment table design as well. So I'm going to have to go into the end anyway. So hopefully I can grab some end rods or whatever they are. To be honest, I'm just hoping I don't die when I go into the end. That'd be a real bummer. Anyway, so I'm heading back to the base. I've got my tropical fish, I've got my brain coral, and I've got some extra ink sacs to trade with one of the villagers. I don't even know which villager I'm upgrading at the moment. Could be Bookman, Lieutenant Bookman. So yeah, when I'm pausing here, I'm just looking up the photo to see where everything's supposed to go. So yeah, there's my two fish. Put my glass over the top. And there it is. My floor aquarium is done. Pretty stoked. So much of this stuff between the streams is me just trying to, you know, finish the waiting room, but I can tell you right now I'm still going on it. I've still got a little bit more work to do. See if we can figure out which guy we're talking to. Yeah, so it's Lieutenant Bookman from Seinfeld. He's my news librarian, and he's maxed. So I'm putting his details in, and then I think the next one I make is It's based on the character Margot Robbie played when she was on Saturday Night Live. I believe her name is Miss Daria, maybe? I can't remember. And then my last one I'm really happy with is from UHF, and his name is Conan, the librarian. So I'm pretty happy with my librarian so far. So now I'm looking up the detail, the decor of the room. What the couch is going to be made of, what the table, what's on the table. He likes these overhanging things. So I've got to try and figure out what material he's got. So I think we think the couch is made of quartz with birch sides, and I think that looks pretty good anyway. Looks like a couch. We couldn't tell if he used quartz or if he used smooth stone slabs for the overhanging thing, and eventually we decided on smooth stone slabs because it looks different to the quartz. I sort of had to, because the video that I got this room off on Instagram is just for the floor aquarium, so the room is already built, so I sort of had to try and guess what materials Vexilville is using, and yeah, I think it's not terrible, but I've got different walls to him because his is sort of more just doing the design. He doesn't have a room around it. It was just like a little corner. So I'm going to have to add a few things, and probably going to have a painting or something on the wall. So now I'm clearing out the next door space because I realized I'm going to have to add one of the walls in the next sort of section, because otherwise it'll be too small. So I've got to do a acacia room, and there was dirt, so I just dug that out and filled that in with cobble because I might use the dirt later on. I don't know. I don't know why I'm still digging out the dirt. I'm pretty much got all the dirt I need. But we'll see. Maybe I'll need it for something. So with the also doing the back wall is, you know, the stripped logs, and then the floor is just the planks. And then the wall that's backing onto the waiting room, I've sort of decided I'm going to leave that just the log, you know, the log version, just the bark, because I just think it looks good. And then the other two sides will be smooth, like the dark oak walls will be smooth, stripped, and is it jungle wood will be smooth. So yeah, we're getting ready for our next librarian and doing a bit more leveling up of our mending, well, durability on our tools. So we're on to our fortune pickaxe. We're trying to get that up to maximum durability. So I'm finding it a lot easier than in season 3, maxing out my durability on my tools. I think because of the spawner, it makes it just, yeah, you can always just do a little bit at each day and helps it plod along. It's just remembering to have it in my hands is the key. So yeah, you can see I'm enclosing that room entirely, so I can be safe in there when I'm away from the game. Now we're into chunk number 4, where I just continue on. I did these first 4 chunks yesterday. So yeah, it's just growing a bit of the different types of wood. And yeah, I've got my trident now. So I can get started on the armor that I need. But at the moment I haven't been able to get to level 30 because I've been putting mending on a lot of things, and also I just keep getting new villages, so I need to keep making name tags to name them. So I've hit a bit of a stall with that, but I've only got a few more things that I need to put mending on anyway, so I think should speed up the process. So I'm getting some more acacia wood for the walls around the waiting room. I had a couple of ideas about maybe extending the waiting room out over the you know, the wood path, but I just don't think it was going to work. This was the other idea I had, was to have the staircase continue up, and that could be the, you know, the 4th wall, but I just felt it made the room too crowded, and I couldn't put the flower, you know, the flower pot on the, you know, the shelf above the couch. So I've decided to keep it a straight up normal room. Doesn't really matter, like, it's not that hard to go around it. And I'm gonna put a door next to the, you know, into it via the potion room. And it's probably going to be an iron door, so you can only get in via a switch, and then yeah, or a button or something. That's what I'm sort of leaning towards. So we're getting some eggs. We're keeping the egg production honest. We've got our new librarian yet. So I don't know if it's happened yet, but it definitely happens in this between the streams. is it looks like it has, is the bone chest is full. So I'm trying to use bone meal a lot more, and one of the ways I'm using it is just in my wheat farm, trying to be more regular with the wheat farm. And I want to try and see if it works with sugarcane, but I didn't get around to doing that. That'd be really handy if it did. So yeah, got a lot of bones and a lot of bone meal. So yeah, you can see I'm working on leveling up my fortune pickaxe there. It's getting pretty close. That one should hopefully keep its charge pretty well because it deals with the good gems. Alright, so now I'm on to the chunks I did today. And so I started off getting some more jungle wood so I could finish the wall that is sort of the waiting room slash potions room, brewing room, and putting that up. And I still haven't done the roof yet. I'm not sure what I will do with the roof. Whether to, I was actually thinking about just using glass, but I don't know yet. So yeah, getting jungle wood, trying to get as many saplings as I can. Going back, is my new villager around yet? Yes, she is. And so I have to get a new name tag for her, or name her. And so just looking around for the spare stuff. Let's see what I name her. I can't remember it. I'm going to guess Miss Daria, but I don't think that's her name. Just looking it up, obviously. Hurry up. Hurry up. Miss Dalton. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was a D name. I wouldn't have got Dalton. Yeah, it's a sketch from Saturday Night Live, and it's pretty funny. And the next one is, yeah, Miss Dalton was so easy. Like I pretty much maxed her out straight away. So unfortunately, she didn't have anything good. I think the only thing she had that I didn't have previously was clocks. And like, you don't really need a lot of clocks, but I've got 5 now, so I can start putting them up. I'd like to have one sort of near the the doorway, So eventually, I'm planning on doing a water elevator. So it'd be good to have a water elevator there, and maybe have a clock there, and maybe have a bedroom nearby in case I have to sleep. So yeah, you can see it just maxed her out straight away. It's like 2 turns of trading with her to max her out. So that was pretty good. And then I'm straight onto the next one. I don't even remember putting the bed down, but it seemed to be another one just popped in. So, and I'm trying to put down beds of every color, because I know you have to make, that's one of the trophies, is putting down a bed of each color. So I've done my light grey one, I think next, and then it'll be just grey, and so on and so forth. Okay, 2 chunks to go. And looks like I'm I've fully maxed out my durability on my fortune pickaxe, and then I've got starting on my axe. No, I probably haven't started on my axe yet. I'm doing my armor probably. So all my iron armor's maxed out now with full durability thanks to the mending. Just in time for me to upgrade to diamond armor. But since I'm making the diamond armor for you know, the end and maybe the ocean monument, I'm not as worried about, you know, getting that enchanted yet, because I've got to get a whole bunch of different enchantments on them. So it'll happen. But I've sort of been, yeah, trying to finish this waiting room, and yeah, trying to get some of these librarians with some achievements that I can use to, you know, make this armor. But I don't think I have been able to yet. I got blast protection 3 off the newest one, Conan, but yeah, I don't think I've got any of the other ones that I need yet. Oh, that's the phone. I don't answer the phone because it's usually telemarketers. But if it's not telemarketers, I'll probably have to pause this and talk to whoever it is. But I don't think it's going to be, like I said, it's usually telemarketers. I don't even answer my home phone anymore. What else is happening? Is this me making the beds? Yes. So I'm just going to dye all of the sheep different colors. Hopefully have one sheep of each color. And I don't know. And I'll just be trying to get in the habit of shearing the sheep all the time. So yeah, I couldn't even find the new villager. Or I couldn't find Evie, who has the mending potion. I thought she might have just died or something, or she'd turned into the new villager, but nah, I just couldn't find her. So yeah, just keeping doing all these monotonous things. Last chunk should be on the axe now. Yep, so this is the trying to lift the. I'm just going through all of the lowest sort of, you know, where the durability is the lowest, you know, those items first. So that's why I haven't done my sword, because the durability is not too bad. But yeah, I've got that shovel there, the silk touch shovel. I'd like to get mending on that. My shears, I'd like to get mending on that. Same with the diamond hoe, and with the silk touch pickaxe, I'd like to have mending on all those things. So just there you can see I've just put in a temporary lantern, you know, instead of the proper prismarine one. I just thought I'd put something there for the time being. And so yeah, this is Conan the Librarian. I found a better list of famous librarian characters. So there's a few actually, but this one jumped out at me. Conan the Librarian. I remember that from UHF, the Weird Al movie. Pretty cool. I really like my collection of librarians. So that's we're up to date with our librarian villages. We're pretty much up to date with our mending spells. Well, mending items. And I think that's about all we really do in this episode. I'm just trying to get some more wheat for the cows, and I don't think I even get around to doing the sugar cane. I go back to, I think I get to the that's right, so I trade some more watermelon and stuff and my wheat, do the cows, then I go to the XP grinder, and that's the end of the episode. Pretty much. Or is it? I must do something else. Unless I just sit here for the whole time. No. What am I doing? Machine. Oh, that's right. I make the banners for the waiting room. I couldn't get the banners to look the way they look in the picture that I took, so it looks okay. I'm not a real big fan of the banners as a decoration. I don't mind it for like the castle, but just on the walls, I don't know. Anyway, that's the end of this episode of Between the Streams. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.